Welcome to this deep dive. Today we're tackling something many of you will probably face at some point. Buying a new smartphone.
That's right. It can be a bit daunting, especially in another language.
Exactly. So we've got a scenario lined up. It should really help you build your English vocabulary for this exact situation.
Okay.
Imagine stepping into an electronics store, ready for an upgrade. That's where our story starts. And our mission today, pretty simple. Get you armed with the English words and phrases you really need when you're buying a mobile phone.
And we'll do it by listening to a natural conversation, plus some practice.
Yeah, we'll break down the key terms, work on saying them right, and throw in a little quiz at the end just to make sure it all sinks in.
Sounds good. So we're following someone named Emma buying her phone.
That's the plan. Think of it as your insider's guide to the language you need for smartphone shopping.
Great. Let's get started.
All right, let's dive into Emma's experience. She walks into the store, finds an assistant, and says, "Excuse me, I need help choosing a new smartphone."
Okay, straight to the point.
Right. And that first word, smartphone, we should probably define that properly. We use it all the time. But what is a smartphone, technically?
Well, that's a good place to start. Essentially, a smartphone is, a mobile phone that does a lot more than just calls and texts.
Right.
It's got advanced computing capabilities, connectivity,
Oh,
like a mini computer you carry around.
okay.
So you might say, for example, my smartphone has internet and apps. Those are the key things, really.
Got it. That makes sense. So Emma needs this smartphone, and the assistant then asks about her budget. She says around $500.
Ah, yes, budget.
Yeah,
That's a crucial word for any kind of shopping, isn't it?
definitely. So what does budget mean here?
In this context, budget is simply the amount of money you've decided you're able or willing to spend on something.
Okay.
So Emma's limit, her budget, is about $500 for the phone. You could say, my budget for groceries this week is $100. It's your spending plan.
Makes perfect sense. So after the budget, Emma mentions what she actually wants in the phone. She says, "I want a good camera and long battery life."
Yeah, those are probably two of the most common requests.
So I'd say so. Let's break them down. First, camera. What does a good camera mean on a phone?
Okay, so the camera is, it's simply the part that takes pictures and videos. Pretty straightforward.
Right.
But when Emma says a good camera, she means she wants high-quality photos, clear, detailed images. You might see specs like, this phone has a 64 MP camera.
MP meaning megapixel.
Exactly, megapixels. It's a measure of the image resolution.
Okay. And the second thing she wanted was long battery life. What's that about?
Battery life just refers to how long the phone can run on a single battery charge.
Right before it dies.
Precisely. So when Emma asks for long battery life, she wants a phone that, won't need charging constantly throughout the day.
Makes sense.
A phone might advertise, say, up to 30 hours of battery life. They give you an idea.
Got it. So the assistant suggests a model and says, this model has a 48 MP camera and lasts 24 hours on a single charge.
Okay, so hitting both her points there with specifics.
Exactly. Then Emma asks about a couple more things. Does it have 5G connectivity and enough storage? Let's tackle 5G connectivity first. What is that?
Right, 5G connectivity. The 5G stands for fifth generation. It's basically the newest, fastest mobile network technology.
Faster internet on your phone?
Pretty much, yeah. Much faster speeds, more reliable connection compared to, say, 4G. So she's asking if the phone can use these faster networks.
Which means?
Quicker downloads, smoother video streaming, stuff like that.
Yeah.
You might hear someone say, oh, with 5G connectivity, watching videos is way better.
Okay, clear. And the other part of her question was storage. What kind of storage?
Phone storage is like the phone's internal memory. It's the space inside where you keep everything.
Like apps and photos.
Exactly. Apps, photos, videos, music, all your data. When she asks if it has enough storage, she's worried about running out of space.
Right.
And phone storage is usually measured in gigabytes, GB. So you might say, my phone has 256 GBs of storage.
Gotcha. So the assistant says yes, 128 GB storage, and you can add a memory card. Okay, new term. Memory card. What's that?
A memory card is a small card you can slot into some phones. Not all phones take them anymore, but many still do.
And it does what?
It gives you extra storage space. So the phone has 128 GB built in. But if you need more, maybe for tons of photos, you can add a memory card.
Like an expansion pack for your phone's memory?
Kind of, yeah. You might say, I bought a 128 GB memory card for all my vacation videos.
Useful. Okay, Emma's happy. She says, perfect, I'll take it. Can you activate it for me? Let's talk about activate. What does that mean?
To activate a phone means setting it up so it works on the mobile network.
So you can actually use it.
Right. making calls, sending texts, using data. It usually involves putting in a SIM card, which connects you to your provider, and registering the phone.
So you might say the store assistant will activate my new phone.
Exactly. Or I need to activate my SIM card.
Okay. Now, after Emma decides to buy it, the assistant upsells a bit. Would you like a screen protector or phone case? Let's define screen protector.
Sure. A screen protector is that thin sheet, usually plastic or glass, that you stick onto the phone's screen.
For protection.
Yeah, exactly. To protect it from scratches, maybe even cracks if you drop it. It keeps the screen looking new. People often say you should definitely get a screen protector.
Good advice. Emma agrees to get the accessories. Then the final step. Your total is $530 with the accessories. Emma pays. The assistant says, all set. Here's your receipt and warranty information. Last word here, warranty. What's a warranty?
A warranty is basically a promise from the seller or the manufacturer.
A promise for what?
A promise that they'll fix or replace the phone if something goes wrong with it, specifically like a manufacturing defect within a certain time period after you buy it.
So it gives you some security.
Right, some protection against faults. You often hear it comes with a 1-year warranty.
Okay, fantastic. We've really unpacked a lot of useful words just by following Emma's shopping trip.
Yeah, it's a very practical scenario.
Definitely. So now let's switch gears slightly and do our repetition and practice section. This is where you at home can really help lock these words in.
Exactly. We'll say the word and its definition. We really encourage you to repeat both out loud after us. It helps with pronunciation and remembering.
Ready? Let's start. First word, smartphone. A mobile phone with advanced features.
Okay, your turn to repeat.
Budget. The amount of money you can spend.
Go ahead, say it out loud.
Camera. The part that takes photos.
Listen carefully and repeat.
Battery life. How long a battery lasts.
Try saying that one now.
5G connectivity. Fast internet for phones.
Your turn for pronunciation practice.
Storage space for apps, photos, etc.
Repeat that after us.
Memory card adds extra storage.
Say it clearly now.
Activate to set up a new phone for use.
Okay, your turn to repeat this one.
Screen protector. A thin film to protect the screen.
Practice saying that phrase.
Warranty, a promise to fix defects.
And the last one, repeat this, please.
Excellent work. That kind of active repetition really does help, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. It gets the words into your active vocabulary.
Right. Now, to really test your understanding, let's do our quick quiz.
Sounds good. Just 8 quick questions based on Emma's conversation and the words we just practiced. We'll give you the answer right after each question.
Okay, question 1. Where was Emma buying her phone?
The answer. At an electronics store.
Question 2. What was Emma's budget, approximately?
The answer is around $500.
Question 3. What were the 2 main features Emma wanted?
The answer. A good camera and long battery life.
Question 4. What does 5G connectivity mean in simple terms?
The answer. Fast internet for phones.
Question 5. How much internal storage did the suggested phone have?
That was 128 GB.
Question 6. What 2 extra items did Emma buy?
She bought a screen protector and phone case.
Question 7. What does it mean to activate a phone?
It means to set up a new phone for use.
And final question, number 8. Why is a warranty useful? What's its main benefit?
The main benefit is it promises to fix defects.
Fantastic. If you've followed along and got those right, you've done brilliantly. You've gone through the scenario, learned the vocabulary, practiced it, and tested yourself.
Absolutely. You've definitely added some really practical English terms for buying a smartphone to your knowledge base.
Yeah, and whether you're actually shopping for a phone soon in English or just, talking about tech with friends or colleagues, these words will be super useful.
For sure. It's all about building that confidence piece by piece.
Exactly. And maybe, as a final thought, think about where else you might use some of these words. We mentioned budget applies everywhere.
Right, or storage. You talk about computer storage, right? Or maybe the warranty on your washing machine.
Yeah. Thinking about those connections can really help make the words stick even better. How does this language pop up in other shopping or tech situations?
That's a great takeaway point. Always look for ways to connect new words to other parts of your life.
Well, thanks so much for joining us for this deep dive into the language of buying a smartphone. We really hope you found it helpful.
And feel a bit more prepared for that next tech purchase or conversation. Until next time.